So, okay, so at the end of last morning session, I just have similar case study. We can say like a case study that we can say while a teacher just keep working at the whiteboard, and then later on he or she just notice the student at the back keep chit-chatting. I mean they keep speaking something else beside the lesson. Okay, and as a teacher, you just notice and you just want to stop them from chit-chatting by focusing on the lesson. Yeah, but what should a teacher do in order to stop them from chit-chatting and avoiding from being upset them, I mean avoid from making them not feel really happy with your class? Blaming, scolding or shouting at them, they may keep quiet all of the rest of the hours in your class. So what should a teacher do, right? This case. You got my point?
Yeah,
Yes,
lecturer,
lecturer.
I got.
Yeah, okay. So I just want to hear your idea, right? I have my own idea, but how about your idea there? Yeah, let's just discuss about 5 minutes and then we will go back to our lesson. Come on, we'll start first.
Good afternoon, lecturer.
Yeah, good afternoon, Mr. Vachana or Chande Denuman. Okay, come on. You can start.
It's me, lecturer.
Okay. So
in this case, I think that don't let them free. It means that don't give them with the free time. We have, being a teacher, we have to give the task or exercise or something else for them to do. Example, like when we know our students are chatting, so give them the exercise. Example, like find the true false statement or the other exercise. So they have no time with chatting anymore. This is my idea, leader.
Mr. Vachana, we can say like you are right. We can say that part, but we can say sometimes you are just busy to write down some answer on the whiteboard, or you just keep doing something on the whiteboard to show them and so on, and later on you just notice that while you are busy with the whiteboard or something in the front, at the back they start chit-chatting, for example. That case is already happened, we can say. So what should you as a teacher do to stop them, but avoiding from upsetting them, for example, right?
we can ask them to read what we have wrote on the whiteboard, leader. We can do something else that make them to learn, not try to complain them or say something impolite to them. We just how can we take them or take them to their learning or with our teaching? We can ask them to point them as a writing or reading on the book, or ask them to write what we have wrote on the whiteboard or something else. Like I said, don't let them free, don't have free time with chatting. Make them busy. They have no time to, with chatting.
I would like to share something about this. Thank you so much, Mr. Lai Vachana. I can learn something from you, but I just want to share something else. Actually, sometimes while we are giving the instruction to our students, all those who are sitting at the back start to make noise because they are far away from us as a teacher. So the best way to stop them from talking to each other about something else beside the lesson, we can ask them to to tell everyone about what we want them to do. For example, we are giving them the instruction. We are telling them to do something, and then they are making noise too. So we can ask them what we want them to do. Yeah. Another way is if we are trying to explain the lesson and they are talking about something else. So we can ask them about what they have learned from what we have just explained or what we are explaining. So if they can tell what they learned from what we explain, it means that even though they are talking, but they are also listening too. Another one is if we ask them about what we explain and they could not answer or they could not reply correctly, we can ask them to call or to choose someone else, to explain or to tell what they learn from what we touch. So when we do this, all the students will stop talking, and they also focus on what we have just explained as well, so that they can feel happy. I used to do this method for my teaching, so they just had fun together, because mostly all the students who were making noise in the class, they just wanted to choose their friends, or they just want to choose all those who are talking at the same time with them, so they can make fun. And finally, they could choose somebody who know the answer, and then we can ask all those who make noise or all those who cannot share what they have learned from our explanation to repeat what somebody who can reply correctly or who can answer that question correctly, so they can repeat. So when we do this, they do not feel upset, and they can learn something as well. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chandet and Mr. Wachana for sharing. Any other idea about this one? Okay, great thing.
ចង់ចូលរួមបន្តិចលោកគ្រូបាន
Yeah, please.
តែខ្មែរអ្វីខាង for the clarity
Okay.
អូខេពាក់ព័ន្ធជាមួយនឹង case ដែលលោកគ្រូលើកឡើងវិញហ្នឹងវាជារឿងសាមញ្ញហើយវាជាទូទៅសម្រាប់នៅក្នុងថ្នាក់រៀនដែលលោកគ្រូមួយរូបគាត់កំពុងតែសរសេរមេរៀនឬក៏កិច្ចការផ្សេងៗលើក្តារខៀនប៉ុន្តែគណៈពេលនេះគឺមានសិស្សមួយចំនួនគឺគាត់ចេញពិភាក្សាគ្នាបាទខ្ញុំអត់ដឹងថាចេញពិភាក្សាគ្នាពីរឿងអីគេទេតែក៏ចង់និយាយថាអាការគាត់នៅខាងក្រោយលោកគ្រូពេលចឹងគឺគាត់ពិភាក្សាគ្នារឿងមេរៀនរឿងអីផ្សេងៗអាហ្នឹងវាមិនដឹងថាជារឿងអីទេប៉ុន្តែក្នុងនាមយើងជាគ្រូម្នាក់យើងត្រូវដឹងថាសិស្សរបស់យើងហ្នឹងបើគាត់វាមិនអធិថាគាត់ចូលចិត្តជជែកពិភាក្សាអំពីរឿងស៊ីត្រាវខ្ញុំឧទាហរណ៍អញ្ចឹងយើងត្រូវដឹងថាបុគ្គលហ្នឹងចូលចិត្តតែអញ្ចឹងដែរចង់មិនចង់យើងគោថាដឹងថាអញ្ចឹងហើយមកក្រោយគូថាជំនះគាត់ឬក៏ហៅថាមិនជំនះគាត់ទៅឆ្ងាយណាយើងអាចផ្លាស់ប្ដូរទីតាំងឬថាលោកគាត់ពីហ្នឹងចូលចិត្តតែនិយាយគ្នាតែបើឲ្យគាត់និយាយគ្នាទោះបីថាដាក់ថាអីណាក៏ដោយចុះសរសេរណា2-3នាទីក៏ដោយនៅតែនិយាយជជែកពិភាក្សាគ្នាហ្នឹងមករឿងរៀនសូត្រខ្ញុំមិនដឹងទេបើថារឿងអីផ្សេងអារឿងកែសម្ផស្សឬក៏ភាសាការងារសម្ពោធខ្ញុំមិនដឹងទេអាហ្នឹងបើយ៉ាងគេថាលោកគ្រូត្រូវមានផ្លាននៅក្នុងហ្នឹងតិចគឺដើម្បីធ្វើម៉េចឲ្យកូនសិស្សគាត់ដាច់គិតឆ្ងាយពីគ្នាបន្តិចបាទវាជាវិធីសាស្ត្រមួយក្នុងការកាត់បន្ថយនៅក្នុងការគាត់ជជែកពិភាក្សានៅពេលដែលលោកគ្រូហ្នឹងគឺគាត់បំពេញសរសេរការងារឬក៏មេរៀននៅលើក្តារខៀនហ្នឹងតែវាអត់មានអីចម្លែកទេពាក្យច្រើនធម្មតាអំពីចរិតកូនសិស្សនៅពេលដែលគាត់អត់មានអីធ្វើគឺគាត់តែមានការពិភាក្សាគ្នាពីនេះពីនោះតែក៏ចង់និយាយថាមិនដឹងថាពិភាក្សាគ្នាពីរឿងអីប៉ុន្តែបើសិនជាដូចលោកគ្រូលើកឡើងពីដើមដែលមានប្រសាសន៍មួយហ្នឹងគឺចង់និយាយថាបើដឹងថាចន្លោះពេលដែលយើងទៅសេមេរៀនកិច្ចការនៅលើក្តារខៀនអញ្ចឹងបើគាត់ចូលពិភាក្សាយើងគួរតែមានខាសមួយឲ្យគាត់ពិភាក្សាគ្នាទៅកុំឲ្យគាត់ពិភាក្សាដោយអត់ចំណាយពេលវេលាដោយអត់ប្រយោជន៍ឬក៏ពិភាក្សាគ្នាអំពីតែរឿងអីផ្សេងឯងប្រពិភាក្សាគ្នារឿងបាទតើទៅស្អីពិភាក្សារឿងកៅអៅនេះស្អាតឬក៏គ្រឿងសម្អាតនោះស្អាតអញ្ចឹងនៅក្នុងម៉ោងសិក្សាវាខាតពេលដោយសារយើងត្រូវមានអត្ថាសញ្ញាបត្រសម្រាប់ម៉ោងក្រោយនឹងដែរឬក៏ពេលវេលាបន្ទាប់ពីយើងសេចប់គួរតែដាក់នឹងឲ្យគាត់បានរៀបចំជាគោរពជាធានជាអីហើយគាត់ពិភាក្សាលើនឹងប្រើដល់ពេលយើងសេចប់យើងអាចឲ្យតំណាងក្រុមមួយហ្នឹងមកធ្វើបទបង្ហាញឬអីផ្សេង đại dương krong thục nó không tam lesson plan bao giờ vì mình bên chơi đừng ấy đại chấm lại ấy có lại ấy tê về khỏi trong người tha cái bẹ toàn cho mình cái tê là bỏ lục không cài đứt trong cồn sơ nắng nó không có màu nắng vì thật nó không cài đứt thôi cài đứt trong và để dân trong bằng tục chẳng là cũng bà bên chun vẫn đang bà con tràn.
Okay, thank Mr. Choppy. Okay, something there. We can say like it depends on the teacher, but what are the best part that we can make them feel happy? This is the best thing. Okay. Any other idea to share? To get involved with this one, please. There's no right and wrong answer, but we just want to find, yeah, it might be a better and more choice our solution if possible, right? Yeah.
Wrong answer đó của bạn ấy là cũng vậy mình thấy là khó trao ấy thì mình ta đọc tay vào lóng ở đây mình đúng điểm tụ tiệp tụ phù bàn tiêu đều và chẳng hạn nó bị tổng.
No worry, no worry. Here no score to give you here.
bà mình không mình trao ấy mình tay mình tụ từng tiệp phù.
Then you also get the not mean the right score or the wrong score, but you just get a better score compared to the other one. Okay, so just kidding, right? Any other answer? Come on. Okay, you're welcome. Even though you do not have experience as a teacher, but maybe you can imagine when you were a student. Okay, whenever the teacher just treat you in aggressive way, what would you feel, right? Yeah. You may not angry with him, but just feel upset, or I may not, or just keep quiet for the rest of the time, right? Something there. Anything, please? Get quiet now.
Chỉ có đi đọc tên là của mình sao tốt đi lo xong rồi mà ôi lời được biết không? Play.
Yeah, I just enable the what we call like subtitle, right?
Bà.
Yes, in technology right now, it's just like it's just something that just try to enable for everyone. We can say like even though you are not good at listening, somehow you can try to read from those things and listen at the same time in here, something that better, right? Before we can say like in the past time when we are on Zoom like this, it need more part. We can say like you need to write down your script, you need to upload the script, but currently, okay, just enable that part, it just show it in here, save time. Even in Khmer, we just have one app that when you speak in Khmer, they will type something in Khmer for you there, and then you can copy it and paste it into Word or Excel and so on. Okay, just save you time in here. No need to type, but just say it out, speak it out correctly, and then you just keep checking and adjust the spelling. Since some part mean your pronunciation may not clear, it will appear with the wrong word as well. So you just try to sit and modify it. It's just enough, right?
Bà đó xong là cô vui chả đa chú tí mà bà hay là cô
please.
cô vui chả đá lấy biết lướt thôi đấy mà kiểu trình mò kìa lên thung mà mấy được pro đó được không? Vui chả đá mấy bạn lên pro
lên gì cái nào mà chạy ở anh chồng
lên pro mà.
Okay, anything to share with that part, please?
Yeah, teacher, for me, I have one technique as well. If the student have the chance to speak, or we can call chat the atmosphere in the classroom, we can give them the technique that we call it, give student opportunity to talk regularly. It means that when the chat in the classroom, we can ask them, all the students that sit together, let them talk together, and then let them talk with one with one topic, whatever they want, about the last lesson, about the new lesson, or about what teacher is teaching, and then let them express their idea to the whole class. And just don't let them know which one we call them to express their idea. We can let them talk at their table, and we can let them go to the board and talk and express their idea. So this is what I do to use in the teaching technique. Yeah, teacher. That's all for me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Any other? Maybe one last, since we may not have enough time in here. Yeah, we can skip, but it's just a good thing that you can consider to have your student to be healthy in their emotional in the classroom, right? Okay, vulnerable or other. Okay, if you should have any thing to share, just please welcome. No worry about right or wrong answer. Venerable Kai Kosal, any idea with this one, Venerable?
Teacher.
Yes. Any idea to share, Venerable?
Not yet, teacher. Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. Thank you. Other? Mr. Sapan, any idea with this one?
Yeah, teacher. Yeah, I have some idea, but a little idea, because I have only some experience in teaching. The teacher should know the student who like who like learning, who like listening, and also know the student also like talking to other. They like conversation. It means outside meeting and inside lesson and outside lesson. So the teacher should have a strategy to have a group about the lesson. That all teacher, because the group discussion, let the student also have to exchange the knowledge and exchange the conversation about lesson also. Thank teacher. That's all.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Anything else you want to share? That's it. Saran, anything to share? Since I noticed you just supposed to speak something.
Mean may student VC or I just come lecturer.
Okay. It's fine. Okay. Then we can say like yeah, it's just about classroom management, about the student who just keep chit chatting something else beside the lesson, and we just want to stop them from chit chatting without letting them feel upset or bad emotion in the class in here, right? Yeah.
Yeah, lecturer. I know.
What?
Yeah. For this, I have some small experience when I'm live in Phnom Penh. I teach a small school. When they are talking, I let them talk, but they to speak English with their friend. If they don't speak English, I will punish, because the noisy in class is okay, because we want to make them to study English. If they speak English, it's okay for me. Okay. Yeah. And yeah, and sometimes I let them make a conversation. Okay, choose I mean with the partner. Okay, yeah, one pair, and after that they start to in front of the whiteboard, and then talk, and then share the knowledge to their friend. It's just for my experience, lecturer. Small, not much.
It's fine. It's fine. You can say like, yeah, even big or small, it's fine. But at least you have got through, and you can recall it back and share. There is the benefit, because it's the benefit in it. Yeah, and you have also have a chance to reflect. Okay, Mr. Sru Bunsru, whether I'm pronounce your name well. Anything to share? Then I think yeah, maybe we just meet, but also just want to hear from you. Oh, quiet here. Maybe he is busy.
Sir Bunfru. Hello, sir. Please answer the teacher.
Yeah, I can hear, but a bit noisy at my home. Is just around me is a lot of people, just a bit noisy.
That's fine. We will try to listen to you. Don't make
Okay.
quiet.
It's fine. Since you just turn on your mic, we did not hear any background, noisy background in here. Just in Zoom, it just have some function that can reduce some noise, actually, right? It really smart. We can say Zoom is smarter than we are right now. Okay, so yeah, if you have, please. If you don't have, we will move.
Lecturer,
Yeah.
excuse me. I think teacher Pearl maybe has some idea.
Okay. So, any answer? Any possible solution to this case? Mr. Pimpel?
I don't have any more idea, lecturer, since they have talked already.
Okay, thank you. How about Singham? Are you still working or just at home now? Can you talk something? Okay, maybe he is at work. Okay, so thank you. Yeah, we can say like it's just something with yeah, the way that you keep the student busy. It's fine, but busy we can say sometimes since the teacher alone in the class. Yeah, you can keep them busy sometimes, but some other time it might be not really easy for you to manage or keep them busy most of the time in here. So that's why normally when you keep working on the board or at the whiteboard, the student keep chit-chatting, or sometimes if the small kid, they may fighting each other as well. I don't know whether you experience with those things or not in here. So that's why we can say the teacher, they let you even write down at the whiteboard. You need to be careful. I mean, should not just turn 180 degrees to the whiteboard, but it should be about yeah, 60 or 70% that you just not stand straight, but stand somewhere that you can be aware with what other student doing at the back or behind your back in here. This is the thing that you need to be careful. All right. So we can say in this case, to me, I can say if we think about their emotion, their emotional support, motivate and avoiding from being upsetting to them. To me, normally, whenever I aware such a thing, I just clap my hand. Okay, everyone. Thank you. You just stand up. Okay. Stand up for a while and listen to me. You can say, listen, ask them to stand up together. You just stand up. Okay. So based on what we have learned so far at the moment about chapter or about the lesson, can you just move out from your place, find a partner, and talk on two main things that you have learned from the lesson, for example. I give you about 2 minutes to move, and you must move out from your place and find a new partner and talk. Yeah, so everyone will exchange the partner there. Yeah, and after that we can say like after they move and the time is up, we can say like about the main point of discussion. It may not enough for them just 2 minutes to discuss about two main points there. Okay, when the time is up, okay, I clap up my hand again. Okay, I just clap my hand. Okay, thank you everyone for your hard working. Please sit down there. No need to move back to your place. Yeah. So what? I can say like this way. I just separate them from their partner. We can say like if they go back, they will continue what they have discussed so far. But when I just separate them by this way, just let them sit with the new partner there. They may not have something to talk. Since before they have something in common to talk, unless they chit-chatting there, for example. Yeah. So at the same time, we can say no one know that I try to separate the students who are chit-chatting, who are make noise. No one know about this thing. So the class seems like to keep the thing in secret, and we can stop those chit-chatting successfully there. You got what I mean? Yeah. So the teacher need to be flexible. Some activity is not planned, but when you see the situation just bad or worse, you just try to be flexible. So such the activity there, okay, we can say like, okay, just unplanned. We did not plan in the lesson at all, but when we see thing there, we need to spend less time and go straight to what we have planned with the lesson so far there. This is the thing that we can anti-disruption, okay, or the bad situation in the class without letting the student feel bad or feel sad within the rest of the hours in here. Okay, just one other example. Yeah, so you can try, you can find out more. I strongly believe if you call their name, if you blame them or say something to them, oh, stop talking, Mr. A should stop talking. Yeah, you can say after that he will sit quiet, sit still and keep quiet for 1 hour and so on, for example. During that class, he or she will never open the mouth to share. Even you keep asking them, oh, can you share something? No, I don't have. You got what I mean? Yes?
Yes, teacher, I got what you said.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Okay, so we should go back to our lesson. Sing just enough for this. Okay, this morning we still have some more part, right? Yeah, just remind and attention to you as well. Just oh my God. Okay, I will go briefly and finish this part quickly as well. Yeah, so we can say like all these parts are just the 12 characteristics or 12 principles as an effective teaching within the classroom in here, right? Like what we have discussed so far this morning. So if you can come up with all the 12 things in here, yeah, your classroom will be more effective, right? Something. Not all, but only maybe majority of this part, it will be fine for you, right? Let's just move a little bit more about theory, philosophy, conception. Yeah, like the second part or that part about teaching theory in here. So we just have like value-based approach. Yeah, like derived from belief about what is you as morally right. Yeah, so something that you need to include into the education or in the lesson, not only the language, some part, but some part just overview them with some conception or belief, what is right, what is wrong, what is good, what is bad there. You can say the thing that you also need to include in that part. So based on value-based approaches in here, the thing that you can educate, like we can say like to be a good citizenship and so on. They learn language, but they have a chance to be educated with morality or ethic. We can say like in ethic in here, like professional and ethic, for example. Yeah, should not give them only the knowledge of grammar, reading and writing, but it should be something that more than that's one. We can say like the other part about communicative language teaching and the silent way. Yeah, that we have discussed so far about teaching method that can have the student have more opportunity to speak it out, to share their idea, to communicate, that they have, at the same time that they have a chance to communicate, they also have a chance to practice all of the 4 micro skills. Yeah, even speaking, even accuracy, you can say fluency and accuracy at the same time as well. And the silent way that we have discussed so far last time, we can say the teacher must give some more space for the student to think and opportunity to communicate, to work on the project, you can say, yeah? Like something there. Yeah. We can say all of the 2 things will be based on a set of carefully elaborated assumptions. Yeah. They can get involved, they may communicate, and then they can make an assumption about the result at the end. And then they will try to get, okay, if we just do this, do that, we will get something here. And along the way, they will keep learning things through what they believe, what they can do, what is right, what is wrong. They need to communicate to get the result. All right. Yeah. So based on those things, so this part we can say like theory, philosophy, conception. Yeah. Based on what they have read from the theory, and they believe that okay, 2 components together, it will create or get something new for that part, right? It's just something. You can see about some part about communicative language teaching. You can see this part, like critiquing the inequality of the linguistic and pedagogical theory underlying grammar-based approaches. Yeah, something that we can say like teacher focus on some part and teacher critique, or we can say like some part they opposite to what is the grammar best approach have done so far, like a grammar translation and so on, which are opposite. Yeah. But they focus on language use through practicing here. You also can see the principle of CLT is that communication competence needed for participants, including not only grammatical competence, but pragmatic competence. Yep. Pragmatic competence, like practice competence, right? You need to practice. You can say not mean you know nothing about grammar, but at the same time, you can say you know it and apply it. Learn grammar and apply it in your writing and speaking, or even in listening and reading as well. Which are grammatical competence, socio-cultural competence, strategic competence, discourse competence, and so on. Yeah, you can say not mean you just have the knowledge only in English, but you need to say something like a broader knowledge. Yeah, to share, to speak. So somehow we can say you don't know how to use the language, also the problem. You do not know about different context or general knowledge in here. You also have nothing to say. Whenever they keep asking you, oh, sorry, I don't know, I don't have idea, and so on, right? So those things, language and general knowledge are also important. The more, the one who can speak better or good at communication, speaking, they may want to just read a lot, learn a lot, listen a lot, and then they have more idea to share. Any topic, they may come up with some idea to share. All right, that's it. You can look at value-based approach. You can see it here. Like value-based approach is developing a teaching model from the value or one whole about teacher, learners, classroom, and the role of education in society. Yeah. So yeah, they need to learn about the value of each component, no matter you are teacher, student, okay, and so on. Those things are the things that can be the role model, can be something that can be the example for them as well. You can see like in some situation, this leads to certain approaches to teaching being you are politically justified, and others seen as not morally, ethically, and politically supportable. Yeah, we can say like, yes, actually we can say since something, some part, it also lead to some other part that modern teaching method, but it can be something that lead to political, or we can say like they need to have some strategy to persuade, yeah, to solve a problem rather than just like the thing that they just provide as moral or ethic or politically supportable and so on here. So it's just some part that really critique, really something that we can say like with a high ideology, we can say something that really tricky as well. Yeah, for example, like team teaching, yeah. You can teach as a team, you can work as a team, okay? And you need to reflect, you need to learn from one another. Okay, humanistic approaches. Yes, some parts you keep learning about human being. And learner-centered curriculum, as well as reflective teaching. Yeah. Learner-centered curriculum, yeah, like you may learn about learner-centered approach, yeah, that focus on student, or student the one who just keep working rather than the teacher. And the other part about reflective teaching, you can say about the value, about the thing that you have taught so far. If the teacher can reflect as a one session to the other one, he or she can learn, can improve a lot. And reflective teaching and reflective learning, we can say the same thing. Mostly, we should learn a lot from reflection, all right? So we can say like the peace may happen if everyone, all of the citizens, they keep doing things, and then they keep reflecting. Okay, whether what I said is just good enough, peace enough, polite enough to the people, or what I said is just something that really hurt them. What I said is really spoil or even ruin the human relation, for example, relationship in here. So keep reflecting, and then the peace will come. The improvement will also come in here. So something you can say. So this is just about moral, about ethic, about belief or value that you just can get it from those parts. Okay, any question about this one before we move? Question and answer. Yeah. Okay, to me, quiet means understood, right? Is it true? True or not?
It may not be related.
So what does it mean if so? Yeah, maybe you are just 10% that you receive from this. Just wait and see, you apply it and then you will get more, about 70% or 80% more, right? Okay, so I better move on, and we just move to art class conception. So what are they? So in this concept, the researcher or the author, they just you teaching as an art or craft. You know art? Yeah. Do you know art? What is an art? You don't know art?
Art means the way that we teach our students. Can be funny way or serious way. All those are called art.
Yeah. Okay. Serious way, polite way. Okay. How about craft? You know craft? Craft, what does it mean?
It means maybe the material to support the teaching.
It can be
flashcard or something.
Craft, art craft. Okay. You can say it's similar to like building, like a craft that made by the student. They just can the material that design or made by hand sometimes. Yeah, something there. So teaching as an art and craft, yeah, like something that is can be in creative way or flexible way, and the way that they can create, they can build, they can design, those things that we can say like art craft conception here. So, and as something which depend on the teacher's individual skill and personality. Yeah. So yes, some class may be funny and attractive. Some class may be a boring class. It just depends on those things. Yeah. But normally we desire the creative and attractive classroom or friendly classroom, you can say. A teaching is a unique set of personal skill which teacher apply in different way according to the demand of specific situation. Yeah, remember this one, we can say a unique set of personal skill, right? It depends on the teacher. If the teacher prefer, my lesson must be including with the games, many games, many activity. Some teacher they may say, game and activity may waste time. The student may not learn a lot about the lesson since they keep doing things and spend more time. They do not have enough time to think or to elaborate more about the lesson, but keep playing most of the time. Yeah, it just depends on those things. But okay, it just according to the demand and specific situation. Okay, remember this one, no general method of teaching. Teacher develop an approach that allow them to be themselves and do what they feel is the best, right? They feel it best. Yeah. So yes, sometimes we can say no need to apply all other teaching methods, teaching approach, or even techniques, but make sure that the thing that you just bring it to the class, it really effective, it meet the need of your student, and their learning outcome will be improved. This is the best thing. No matter you just use like a traditional teaching method or the modern one. Not mean IBL normally teach the student better, but it just depend on, the first one we can say like just depend on teacher competence, your ability, whether you know and learn about IBL clearly, like inquiry based learning clearly, and what is your student ability, whether their level, material design, or the other part about their critical thinking can be fit with that teaching method or teaching approach already, or they still somewhere with the very low one, for example. Okay, so something here. Any question about art craft conception? Be flexible, be creative. This is the thing that you can do with this one. Okay, no general method of teaching that can be fit to all of the teacher, all the classroom, all the situation here. Yeah, sometimes it can be selective as well. All right. Can I move? Okay, so one last part of art class conception. You can see like therefore teacher decision making is an essential competency in this approach, because a good teacher is seen as one who analyze a situation, rely that a range of option is available based on the particular class circumstances, and then select an alternative which is likely to be most effective for the circumstances. Yeah, should not stick it to there. So this part we can say, even though the curriculum has designed and the textbook has been provided, but when you find out that the curriculum is just not match, not fit with the student level, the teacher must be creative, must be flexible to that part. Yeah, since you are not going to teach the book, but teach the student in this part. All right. How can you teach a student how to read and write while they don't know even how to count ABC, right? So maybe take some time to go back to teach them with the foundation of that part, and then just make sure that you just prolong some time or give them some more extra time to be get up or come up along with the given textbook there. It's not so your student will sit in the wrong class. Do you get what I mean? We can say like English for Cambodia book 4, but those students are seem not in that level. We can say like they can be in even a grade 1 is not enough. Maybe in K1, for example. So they know nothing about those things, for example, right? So this is the thing that you need to consider a teacher, the one who can make decision in the class. Like last time we say teacher as a king. Yeah, but the king don't try to live out something, just make it happen for the student. Yeah, we can say the king will make decision for the student, for the benefit of the student, not mean for the benefit of you yourself as teacher, because you do not know how to do it, and then you just avoid from doing this one, and you say, oh, it's not important. Yeah, be careful with this one. Just be careful, right? Okay. Any question, any part about this part? It's fine. Good face, and we will have some part for Q&A if you have. Okay, so essential skill of teaching, we can say science research concept, like we have discussed so far. The first one, you need to understand the learning principle. Yeah, so about how to learn, about what are the things that you can apply to fit with the student needs or student learning style, really important there. Develop tasks and activity based on the learning principle. Yeah, make sure it can serve those things. Yeah, try to reinforce or navigate the learner. We can say change the habit of learning. Yeah, mean change the result of learning as well. If you keep them the same result will be appear. Okay, the third one, monitor student performance on tasks to see that desired performance is being achieved. Yeah, like what I mentioned earlier, need to monitor, teach them, follow up, testing, reinforcing, just to see about how improve. Okay, how do they improve? Okay, how better achievement that they may get there. Just keep assessing, keep helping, keep monitoring along the way. Yeah, planting, you need to take care. You need to water. You need to fertilizing. Yeah, you can say, yeah, make it grow well, better there. If you don't take care of it, you don't follow up it, don't monitor it, their learning will not be able to grow and green in here. They will something that will not really fruitful at the end. Okay, for the essential skill of teaching in the theory, philosophy, conception, you can see the same thing. You need to understand about the theory and the principle. Understand about the theory, what it's about, and what are the principles. Okay, you can say it may have some definition about the theory and what are the principles, like the rule, like the thing that you need to obey and follow. Yeah, how important or what are the specific part of that part. The second one, you need to select syllabus, material, and task based on the theory. Yeah, we can say select mean even though you are a teacher, you may select what kind of syllabus. But in Cambodia, some part we are a teacher, you also need to design a syllabus in here, right? Design by yourself. Design teaching material. You decide to use handout. You decide to use flip chart, LCD projector, or PowerPoint slide, like what I have done so far here. Okay, and you also need to consider about tasks based on the theory. So what other tasks can be achieved to the theory? All right. And yeah, monitor your teaching to see that it conform to the theory or not, how effective it is. You can test it. Yeah, it's whether that theory philosophy just can be achieved or it cannot. Those things. We see the other essential skill of teaching about art, crafts, conception. There are 4 components in here. We can say like treat a teaching situation as unique. Yeah, to make it special, make it that can have the student develop their art, their creativity, Yeah, the thing that they can do. The other part about identify the particular characteristic of exaggeration. Yeah. So what is that? When they start working on those things, you need to check, okay, what are the particular characteristics of that part. Okay, take note. Is it good? Keep it after model. Is it bad? Maybe you need to find a way and solution to solve it. Okay, try out different teaching strategy. Yeah, some part also try. Since art, you need to be more creative. You need a variety of options that you can apply. Not mean all the time group work discussion, group pair work discussion. Okay, there should be something out there. Last but not least, just develop personal approaches to teaching. Yeah, bring your own method, strategy, okay, or other approaches. You can say you can create your own way of teaching, like what we have discussed so far this morning, right? Yeah, we have discussed something there that some part you are not going to follow everything that written and introduced by other, but it should be something that you are going to come up through the teaching as well. So I keep moving forward. So in short one, we can say about this three conception of the theory of language teaching. We can say the first one can be built based on scientific conception. The second one, theory philosophy conception. Yeah, and you may also see it from what? Yeah, it can be from research, from scientific or experimental research, right? About theory, philosophy, conception, it might be based on belief or the theory that have been applied or model that have been adapted to apply so far, right? Yeah, art, craft, conception, just based on something that we can say creative and be flexible, and the thing must be unique. We can say from time to time need to make sure the student can learn and they can produce something with the confidence. Okay, and also try to assess along the way through the craft or art that they have built so far. Okay, so what are the effectiveness of those things to the part? Okay, so I think that part, that's all for this part. Any question about this part? Any question or discussion so far? No? Clear? Clear, clean?
I'm clear about it.
Clean.
Not clear now, right?
I think clean. Don't clean.
Oh, okay, okay, I see.
Rain, rain.
So you are hungry now, right?
Not hungry, lecturer.
Not hungry, but if I stay longer, it may be angry.
Not hungry, but thirsty.
Thirsty, right?
Thirsty. Yes.
Thirsty. Yeah,
Yes.
put your tongue between your teeth. You can say not says, not death, but thirsty. Yeah, put your tongue between.
Nowadays, I'm speaking with Indian. Sometimes my pronunciation like the Indian accent.
Okay, okay. Yeah, be careful with people, right?
People when from the KTV, people from wife.
Yeah, people, right? Okay, people.
Yeah. People
Indian
from wife.
I surprised when start speaking with Indian at the first time. People. What the people? Okay.
And market.
Any question or any part you want to clarify?
Hello, teacher.
Yeah. Come on.
Can you share some experience with teaching exam class, teacher?
With teaching?
Yeah, teaching exam class.
Okay.
Example like grade 12 or the other class who gonna take the exam.
Mm-hmm.
Can you say some experience here?
You mean like general knowledge or high school here, right?
All, it means all.
To me, I do not have experience to teach those grade, you can say. Like mostly I just teach in higher education rather than the high school, right? I do not have my experience to share with those things. But we can say like whatever you prepare, we can say like just come up with something that you can lead and guide them from the very beginning of the academic school year. And somehow we can say not mean like you just try to keep them or let them work hard at grade 12. Should we prepare them from grade 7 as well as grade 10? Because like some part we consider that, oh, okay, you are not yet exam for this year since you are in grade 10, for example. So sometimes they are careless and they keep waiting until grade 12, that they keep study day and night, right? And as a result, and day and night also, sometimes they do not start from the beginning of the school year, but they start at nearly the time of semester exam as well as the national exam there. So to be ready for that, just let them learn from have the clear schedule to study from the very beginning. Yeah, so their energy, their power will be not really very much. Just avoiding from using like a one night policy. Have you ever used one night policy?
So you sleep.
Yeah, tomorrow exam or tomorrow deadline. Just tonight, okay, I don't sleep tonight. Just complete assignment for my teacher, my lecturer there. Yeah, just prepare them for that. So we can say in short one for specific technical for exam, I don't help, but we can say for study skill, so far they just have some orientation for the student. The school better prepare for some orientation, workshop, and as well about study skill for them. Since we can say like they know, we can say they may learn it from their parent, from their brother, from their brother and sister, but not mean those way or those mean will be effective there. So need to find out. Actually, okay, they have some textbook that talk about study skill. Yeah, I have many textbooks as well that talk about study skill that can help and guide the student to learn. Yeah, so something here. And I'm not sure I can answer to your question, Mr. Vichana, but something that we can do is just prepare them from the very beginning. This is the best way. Should not wait until get file and so on. Okay. Thank you.
But as I noted that all the exam related to example like grade 12 exam, sometimes what we learn from the textbook and the task or the test from ministry is not related to each other. It is a big difference. Even though reading comprehension, there is no they take from the textbook, take from outside the textbook, and the other parts also. I don't know why they don't take it from the textbook. They choose from the other sort to take the student with national exam. That's why I still wonder why. They ask them to follow, to take them through the textbook, but the test is not from the book.
Okay, I see. I don't know exactly about that, but I think it's just something about the way that we should try to change the ways of learning, that we can say not just try to teach them and prepare them for the test, like test driven or exam driven right now. It's just a bit hard. We can say, since we just based on assessment, based on national exam testing or examination in here. So we can say, like, if they just taken mostly from the textbook, we can say the student may not understand things, but they keep waiting and try to learn by memorizing, and yeah, or even prepare the copy from the textbook there. This is one thing. But it is taken from outside. One thing that we can say, it might be something more or less the same, but the student may not focus on those things, but based on their own understanding, they can solve the problem based on those things. This is one thing. And that part, I have learned some part from the education in Singapore. You know what? Most of their examination, most of semester exam at university or at school, mostly they do not focus too much on the textbook. Textbook is something that they can learn, but if they just have like study tour or study trip, their examination normally focus on the place that they go and visit. Yeah, they may ask again at the resort, okay, how many part of the trains moving around that resort, for example. So they keep asking the student with those things to build up their own observation, what they learn, what they get it from those study tools, that rather than just exam just from the textbook. But it's just about 10 or 20% that from the textbook or the course, but the rest, they just based on their reflection, based on what they have observed and so on. So that part we can say, they do not prepare their people, their student for the test, but they prepare their people for living there. Do you get what I mean? Currently, we can say we have changed, we have moved away from tests in NGI context. Since yes, mostly the teacher do not follow the textbook most of the time, but they may come up with IBL, like inquiry-based learning method or approach in here. And then they start to let the student do on, we can say like driven question or and so on, that they can lead to be the problem that they need to be solved there, we can say. So they come up with some question or some dry question that they need to solve. But somehow we can say those things really lead the student to learn more, even though they are at high school level. But they have a chance to do experiment, even some research. They also have done it so far. Like last time, they also have conduct research about business and so on, about how some industrial that they make as their family business and so on. They just try to research how can they do that. Okay, how to raise chicken, how to raise any thing for the business there. They need to go and collect the data, and then they can do presentation based on that part. Yeah. So those things we can say like we are not teaching for testing, but we are teaching for living in some way. Yeah, but we still have some problem that the national examination. Since we still focus a lot about national examination. People cannot pass the national examination or baccalaureate they may trouble, they may not be able to continue their study at university, but currently they still have option that they can move to associate degree instead of bachelor degree in here. This is the thing. So yeah, those things that we can consider. So the purpose of the way that the ministry they just have the other examination paper that not exactly from the textbook. It might be some reason there, but I also don't know about the reason clearly. But it might be some possibility that they will change and train the people in Cambodia, not just follow examination by copying from the textbook, but they will depend on themselves. I know I can pass the exam in here. Yeah. And yeah, we can say like normally we just based on the model. Oh, can I have the sample? Give sample. Later on you will see, oh, the answer and the sample are more or less the same. And then we should try to do that. Before examination, normally we keep asking, oh, what will be appear on the piece of paper, or maybe you can some student they may try to find who will be the one who issue the examination paper there, and then try to find chit chat or anything else, and then to get the examination there. So those things we cannot solve this thing, and as a result, we can say really dangerous for our citizenship because of what? Yeah, those corruption might be appear with some problem as well. Yeah, if they just take some amount of money to pay for examination, and then they become a doctor. And when they have surgery, and then what happened? Yeah, so those things that we need to be careful as well, that we better train them how to be a good citizenship rather than train them or teach them for testing here. Yeah, like what I have read one written by one of the professor in India. He written that like yeah, in currently most of our education system, we are focusing teaching the student, preparing them for their exam, but we fail or even we forgot to teach them or train them how to live, how to work together. Yeah, so something here. So that's why we can say some students that they are good at, or they are, that's why like Robert Robert, what his name about the rich dad and poor dad there, he just written there that
What he just speak there.
Yeah, Robert. So he just write like a student who got grade A work for grade B, and grade A will work for grade C, grade B may work for the government, and so on. Okay, just something like because of those things that they keep trying to work so hard, and somehow they can become selfish or so on. Okay, and then they do not have a chance to study about something that really need for the society. For grade C, since they have no choice, yeah, they will go back to run a business. And as a result, when they start up, it might be hard, but when they can start it, build it, yeah, they have ability, they have capital to hire in grade A to come and work for them in here. So yeah, those things that some part that we better consider as well. Yeah. Is it possible if the people before they just go and apply for a job, they keep asking their friend, okay, what will be the test will be appear, what are the interview questions will be asked, and then they pass for a job, for example. Why not just go and try the test, get through the interview, and then see the result? Which one is better there? A lot of students that keep calling to me whenever they just want to apply for a job at Savanapum School, for example. Teacher, may I have, or may I see the sample or the written test for to be a teacher at that school. Yeah, I just want to see, no matter it's just the exact exam or not, it's fine, but I just want to see the sample. I just told them back, okay, I have the exam paper, which with label I also have, but I'm sorry, I will not give you. You know why? You may agree to me when I say like this, but remember this one. If you can go through the written exam or written test there successfully, you will be granted the job for longer, maybe years, okay, many years, fine. But if you just get across the written test through the given answer or given exam paper, you may not get across the probation period. Maybe 3 months later, you will change the job. Maybe you cannot handle the job very well in one. Since we can say like the test, you just try to use it whether you can handle the job well or not there. But if you get the copy or even the test paper first, and then you can try to find surfing from the internet, and then you cannot go and teach the student well. So maybe after 3 months, the school, you may finish the contract. Okay, you can go and find other job, or even you yourself, you cannot wait until that, and you just struggle and trouble with those things. You cannot teach the student better. The student complain. You cannot manage the classroom very well. Okay, later on, okay, more and more, you feel boring with that clumsy and messy thing, and then you will resign. Yeah, something that is the reason. That's why we better change from what are the glue, what are the clue, what are the tips that we can give, but better try to test based on their ability. Okay, currently we can say they need more competent people rather than based on, okay, they are my relative, their brother and sister, and then they can come and work. No, that system is over now. But the problem, whenever the people cannot afford for the job, they normally, oh, I am alone. I don't have any relative there. That's why I cannot pass. Yeah, forget it. Currently, you are strong enough. Some people, they keep shooting, calling, and finding you. Yeah. Currently, to me, a lot of people just try to chat to me through LinkedIn. No need to apply CV. So now they just keep sending me a message and ask whether you want to find any new opportunity. Okay, and so on and here, right? Yeah. Okay, so that's it, some part, and I hope just some part that can give some idea to Vachana, but I'm not sure the answer as well for that part, but just something there. It might be the reason behind.
I got it, lecturer. I got it. It's
Yeah,
clear, lecturer.
Yeah. Okay, so thank you for this. Okay, maybe we take a break a little bit and then we can be back. Maybe no need to turn out Zoom if possible, or you can turn on, it's up to you, but to be safe, maybe no need. Okay, so we will be back at 4, yeah, it should be at 4 and 5. We will be back. Sorry, okay, at 4 o'clock, right? We will be back in here. See you at 4 with a new chapter about lesson planning. Okay, and I hope that you just have something to share, since most of you are teachers. Yeah, even vulnerable also experience with teaching, so a lot of things with lesson planning, right? Okay, so 15-minute break for toilet, coffee, tea, and so on. Enjoy it, right?
Yeah, thank you.